Hey, what is up? This is Tyler G of Batman Figs on Instagram, and today's toy review is going to be on the MAFEX Knightmare Batman from Batman vs Superman. And right off the bat, let me tell you, it is going to be a long review because this beautiful figure comes with many an accessory. So first I'm going to give you just a good look at how sick this figure looks, just vanilla and just on its own. You can see it has a lot of detail. If you look at the glasses, you can see the dirt around the goggles. It looks dope. You can see some stubble. You can see the bullet holes on the bat signal, all the detail of the actual suit, the wrappings on the gauntlets along with the brass knuckles, the belt, the holster. It looks like you could snap these things off right here. Just with the detail alone, it looks so realistic. And you got the boots, the steel toe, the weathered trench coat. It looks very nice. They did a great job on paint. And yeah, this figure is so beautiful on its own. But then MAFEX goes above and beyond and gives you a ton of accessories for this figure. And not just for this figure, but they give you accessories that kind of reward you if you've been collecting from this line. And that's something that I really appreciate from these guys. But before we get into all the very cool accessories, we will get into the hand selection that this guy comes with first. And he doesn't come with hands just for himself. He comes with hands for two different figures. Are you kidding me? Okay, so first you have the pair of hands that almost every action figure on this earth comes with, or should come with, and that is a pair of fists. Looks awesome. The wrappings, brass knuckle. I mean, just the fist alone has tons of detail. Then you have two pairs of open hands slash like grab hands, so you can grab something of medium size, I would say. Then you have two trigger fingers. One of the trigger fingers is on the figure, and this is his left hand. And then after that, he has two pairs of more relaxed open. Or not two pairs, two hands of relaxed open. So he has the fist, the trigger, the relaxed open, and this pair get kind of hold on to his binoculars. That's what they really are for. Speaking of the binoculars, here are the binoculars. And you can see it looks like the paint they did is like a really heavy black gloss, so it looks like it actually is lens reflecting in there. Here's the back. They even did it on the part that you see through in the back, which looks awesome. And then there's like a real leather strap, which actually feels heavy duty. And it's real leather, so it's amazing. Speaking of another strap in real leather that this thing came with, it comes with the gun where he has the Joker card on it. Like that just looks so sick. Lots of details. And again, the strap feels like real leather. It's probably not, but it feels like it and it looks like it. And if you're taking pictures, you're just supposed to fool people, right? To thinking it's real. Well, this gun looks money. He also comes with this, so you can do the unmasking scene of Batman and Superman, where Superman rips off his mask in the dungeon. And so I showed you all of his accessories right there. I'm going to show you the other hands. Well, here, this is the other accessory it comes with. This figure is the only 6-inch figure other than the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Mezco Armored Batman that comes with a spear. And this looks phenomenal. I mean, the only other way you could get it outside of the San Diego Comic-Con or this figure is by doing a custom or buying a Hot Toys. So this is pretty, it's amazing looking. And to put it on, all you have to do is separate it. And yeah, so that's the spear. And so right here, this alone, if you got the armored version of Batman, you're thinking, what the heck, that's so sick, I gotta have this because the spear will add so much more to the value of my armored Batman. Well, guess what? It comes with something else that's gonna make your armored Batman look amazing. And that's this head. Yes, the Nightmare version of MAFEX Batman comes with this head, this battle damaged armored head, and it looks phenomenal. And there's no other way you could get this. I think Hot Toys is just now producing one. It comes with an alternate head like this, but no other 6-inch figure are you going to get this version head for an armored Batman from Batman vs Superman, and it looks amazing. So with just these two accessories alone, it adds so much more worth and so many more poses and so much more just cool factor for displaying this armored Batman. So it almost feels like you got two figures for one, but it doesn't stop there with the extra accessories. Because it comes with this mask to do the scene, you gotta be able to have a hand that holds it. And Superman, this pack comes with 3 hands for Superman. And he has one on the figure itself because I brought him out. So there's one on the figure itself, and it's this one. But he has 3 pairs of hands. 2 of them can hold the mask on each side, and then one of them is to hold the spear. So you could do the pose, you know, where Superman is flying to Doomsday with his spear to kill him. And because this armored Batman needs to be able to hold the spear, he comes with 2 hands, alternate hands for his ability to hold the spear perfectly without it being too loose. So you get 2 pairs of hands for the armored Batman, or 2 hands. Why do I keep saying pairs? You get 2 hands for the armored Batman. You get 3 hands for the MAFEX Superman, and you get a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of hands for the Nightmare version Batman. Whew. Not to mention, he also has his pistol, which goes into the holster on the side perfectly. Nice and snug. So it doesn't feel like it's going to fall out when you move them. It actually fits in there really nicely. Okay, but we're not done with accessories yet. You thought we were, but we're not. He also comes with this unmasked Bruce Wayne head. And you could put it on any figure. You could put it on the armored Batman. You could put it on the regular MAFEX Batman figure, so you could get the unmasked look. And of course, you could put it on the Nightmare version to do the scene where Superman unmasked him. So I want to show you what it looks like on the Arkham or the Nightmare figure. And there it is. It's not the best likeness, but still a pretty sick Ben Affleck unmasked version of Bruce Wayne. So MAFEX really stuffed this figure to the gills with accessories, and I love it. Now we're going to do a quick little, here, let me get that in focus so you can look at that. We're going to do a quick articulation of the figure, and those of you that have MAFEX, you already have a great idea of how this bad boy moves. But for those of you that don't, I'll give you guys an idea. So with this figure, you have 2 areas of articulation on the head. So I'll show you with the head off. You can move it like this. You can move it here. But when this peg is in the joint, you could also move this neck part. So you have just so many possibilities with just the head alone. So that's always very cool of MAFEX. You have the arms that come out kind of like their leg joints. They come out a little bit so you get more range of motion. He can of course do a 360. He has double elbow joint. That moves a lot. He has wrist rotation as well as a hinge. He has a diaphragm joint and his hip moves. His leg joint pops out. He could kick out a decent amount. And he could kick it back a decent amount. And the cape or the trench coat doesn't really get in the way. He has a double knee. And you can see they have like slits perfectly in there so it doesn't inhibit or it doesn't prevent the leg from moving too much. No thigh swivel. He does, however, he's able to move the ankle side to side, pivot, and it has a hinge up and down. So it has 3 ways to articulate there. See how much he can move the legs out and do the splits. That's as much splits as he could do. And yeah, that's the articulation for the MAFEX Knightmare Batman. Now I'm going to do some size comparisons. And first we're going to do a couple other MAFEX so you can get an idea of how he fits into your MAFEX collection if you haven't gotten him already. So first let's take a look at the original Batman vs Superman costume. And it actually seems, when standing upright, that the Nightmare version might be a little bit taller. Let's look. Let's get a better comparison. The one thing that this Batman vs Superman Batman is known for is being tough to get to stand. Yeah, the Nightmare version is definitely taller. Not even a question. That's weird. The armored version is smaller than... That's funny. The armored version is smaller than Nightmare. So Batman must just be a beast in the apocalypse. Okay. After that we have Superman. This is the figure that a lot of people hate, which I don't really think that warrants all the hate. It's a pretty cool figure. And it actually has a lot of likeness towards him without having to get a Hot Toys. So Batman is taller than Superman, but he's taller in the movie as well, so that's not a big deal. It looks good next to him. Next, we'll do a Mezco figure. Mezco Dark Knight Returns. And the Mezco, maybe the same height, and even, yeah, the same height, which is pretty big for a MAFEX. Then we have a DC Collectibles animated series Batman. And the Nightmare is taller. Then we have a Mattel DC Multiverse Wonder Woman. And it actually looks really good together. And Wonder Woman is slightly smaller. Then we have another DC Multiverse tactical suit Batman from the upcoming Justice League movie in November. And they scale pretty nice, but again, Arkham Knight is just killing it. I mean, Nightmare version Batman is just... He's pretty tall for a MAFEX. MAFEX tend to run a little small, but he is pretty tall. Here he is next to a DC Icons Rebirth Batman, and again, he is taller. Here he is next to a Marvel Legend Mary Jane. Again, taller. but scales nicely. After that, we have a Designer Series Grey Capullo Endgame Joker. Joker's a little taller, but I always prefer Joker a little taller than Batman anyways. Otherwise, he's just a small, skinny guy that doesn't really pose a threat. Here is Azrael from the Gotham show and the Diamond Select line. And he actually looks really cool next to him. I've never tried this before. I think they scale very nicely and they look really nice. So, last but not least, I will put him next to his photography friends that I will put a picture of in the thumbnail. Because these are his buddies in the movie, right? These are the Parademons, the basic figures from the Justice League line. I got these because they're only $10. And who wants to wait till November to get a DC Multiverse Parademon? Not me. So, I got these for the price of probably what one is going to be. Come on, stand up for me. Alright. Well, you get the picture. They look good together. It's perfect for doing some sick scenes. And if you don't want to wait to get the Mezco version that's coming out, who knows when, I think this is a good option. Plus, like I said, it adds more value to 3 figures overall, because you can do the unmasked head on the regular Batman and all the other MAFEX. You get pairs of hands for 2 other figures, the Armored and the Superman. And it is so much cooler than I can describe, especially the spear. So I would say get on it, do yourself a favor, and get this figure if you're debating it at all. Alright, I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the review. I will see you later.